Alrighty, ladies and gents, I think we should be live just about now. Let me make sure everything's working. Now, mind you, I am using a new program here, so I'm actually using Streamlabs OS. So I'm just getting everything configured to make sure that, everything's working up to snuff. So let me go ahead and run a couple configurations in the back, guys, and then we'll be live in just a moment. During the holidays.
Hi.
Okay, so, there we go. I think that should be the last of the configurations. Welcome everyone to the stream. Good to have you all here. Neuristic, Fia, Ashley, MX and IX Animation, and Star Does Stuff. Welcome to the stream, and 7 viewers currently watching. Thank you all so much for enjoying the stream up to this point. Great to have you all here. Now, if you run into any problems whatsoever, let me know. We are trying out a new streaming program. And we do have a neat little feature here. So I'm going to demonstrate a new feature that we have for the stream, which is subscriber notifications. So in case you guys haven't already subscribed to my channel, if you do choose to click that little button on the top corner here, so let's go ahead and swap over to desktop so I can show you what I mean. Pow. So let's say, for example, that you want to go to my beautiful channel and click that little button in the top right corner over here, wherever it ran off to. Well, if you guys decide to go ahead and click the subscribe button on my channel, which should be right around here, as soon as you guys subscribe to the channel, then it's going to show off a new notification. What is that notification, may I ask? Well, ta-da! Man, that took way longer to set up than I thought it would. But, anytime that we get a new subscriber, they're going to be featured on the stream. So, that's pretty cool, huh? So, it took a little while to get running, but I thought that it would be much appreciated for you guys. So you guys can see all the new people that decide to join the crew. So, thank you all again so much for joining the stream today. Jellycake and Jellycake Animations, welcome back to stream. Good to have you, buddy. What if I constantly unsub and resub? You know, I actually have no idea what would happen. I hope that it wouldn't implode. I have no idea, but might be worth a try. Not something you guys deviously do. I don't want the stream to implode on itself. It's partially a joke. Okay, guys, so today we're going to go over our to-do list, which includes the following. So we've completed story 1, intro, and pre-intro of the last video, or of the audio splicing for this next video. So today we're going to be working on story 2 and story 3. So hopefully we can get these done by the time that this stream is over. And next stream we will be featuring, we will be working on a different project. So we will be working on getting background music and some sound effects done. So hopefully that might be something a little bit different, a little bit interesting, I suppose. So let's go ahead and open up Adobe Premiere here, and let's get started. By the way, last time I did notice that you guys were having a little bit of an issue where the audio was echoing whenever I played it on Adobe Premiere. That problem is fixed. Also, the audio levels are fixed as well, so it shouldn't like overpower my voice, and it should sound a little bit more natural. So that took a little while to fix, but we are all set in stone to get the next section of audio completed. Let's go ahead and get our audio file done, because this time I actually thought ahead and decided to render it beforehand. So, you know, that would be that would have been the smart thing to do the first time around, but you know. Audacity exports. Alright, and we are working on part 2 of 3. So let's go ahead and throw that in here. Pow. Alright. Now we are on to getting the audio worked on. So this is the idea. Hopefully what we can do is we can complete part of the audio for the first half of the stream. And for the second half of the stream, we can work on maybe some drawings. I thought that might be pretty fun. We can work on drawing some additional scenes or something like that. A little variety is the spice of life, if I must say. So anywho, without further ado, let's go ahead and work on the audio.
You should be able to see this. And we're recording the first bullet point of story 2 here. So we just ended our last.
Yeah, so this is where I'm recording the first bullet point, so let's go ahead and go there.
For someone to get angry at another person about a product or service. When it's threatening to...
Draw me, please. Well, I mean, he asked for it. Wait, what? Yeah, sure, I'll keep it connected to the internet. That's kind of a silly question. It's like, hey, do you want it to keep this program connected to the internet to function? Nah, that'd be silly. Why would I do that? So I know this is gonna be a really difficult drawing to do, so bear with me if I don't get it right the first time. But you're welcome. Your drawing is completed! Well, bam. Look at that high quality drawing. I'd like to, I'd like to just bask in its glory. Oh, man. It doesn't look any better than my usual art, so I guess I'm doing something right. Sing for us? But why would I do that? I just drew Jelly a fantastic picture that I dedicated my life and soul towards, and now you want me to sing? Goodness gracious, guys. No, never satisfying. Welcome to the stream, Panther. Good to have you here. And 9 viewers currently watching. Thank you so much once again for joining the stream.
Likelihood of, you know, the other employees and the boss, and, you know, just being a general.
Because we're special. You guys are special. You know why? Because you tuned in to my stream. And to me, you guys are pretty special.
Ago. Alright. Walked in, but thankfully my boss stepped in. Alright. Ready, go.
Wait, hang on.
Another customer on a later date approached the counters with the most sour demeanor.
Whoa, that's a weird emoji. That guy who can't sing! Welcome to the stream. Good to have you, buddy. Yeah, that is a strange looking emoji. Hang on. I just need to... Just... What is that? What is that? Astonished. Is that what they call it? I don't know if there's a word for that. Man. Thank you for joining the stream. Good to have you on the stream. Welcome, welcome. But who is the most special? I can't say who's the most special. You guys are, wait, hang on, without spaces? Oh. Huh. Go figure. Are you using Apple or Android though? PC? Question mark? Hello y'all, just popping in for a sec. Hope everything's well. Devi! Welcome to the stream. Good to have you, buddy. It's been a little while. Hope you get some time to stick around and enjoy the stream.
With the most sour demeanor possible. Like he had lemon wedges surgically implanted in his cheeks. I knew this was going to be a problem from the moment he walked in, but thankfully my boss stepped in instead.
May I please get a shout out? I don't know. I think this is a pretty good shout out. Hang on, sorry. It's not 100% accurate. I'll improve your drawing. What? No, you're supposed to refer to the other layers. Bam. Bam. Oh man! Shout out to this amazing drawing of mine. Duck is the most special, isn't he? Duck is pretty special. I mean, if you guys are arguing that Duck isn't special, he's a talking duck. I think that's pretty special. I'm saying that the emoji looks different on the Apple keyboard than does... Wait, really? Yeah, I know that certain emojis look different, so I wouldn't be surprised by that, honestly. A masterpiece. Yes, indeed. How many retweets to make this her profile picture? Did that die, like, last year? I'm pretty sure it did. Do people still do that?
Sounds like you are using an answering machine in a trash can down the street in a trash can. So still better than any battery record ever.
Okay. Where's the next line I recorded? Just want to check that. I think right here.
Okay. Ready? Go.
Yep, right here. Okay. So delete that.
Another customer on a later date approached the counter with the most sour demeanor possible. Like he had lemon wedges surgically implanted in his cheeks. I knew this was going to be a problem from the moment he walked in, but thankfully my boss hopped in instead.
One of my friends mentioned that my laugh sounds like I'm always out of breath, and they find it hilarious. So they just keep laughing every time I laugh. It's great. It never completely died? Really? I haven't seen it, like, maybe it's just because I don't go on Twitter very often, but I haven't seen it lurking around very much, so... I don't know, maybe that's just me. Chritty's laugh is precious? That's the word you use? Am I precious? Oh, that's precious. Thank you, Guy. You're the best.
Another customer on a later date approached the counters with the most sour demeanor possible. Like he had lemon wedges surgically implanted in his cheeks. I knew this was going to be a problem from the moment he walked in, but thankfully my boss stepped in instead. Another customer on a later date approached the counter with the most sour demeanor possible. Like he had lemon wedges surgically implanted in his cheeks. I knew this was going to be a problem from the moment he walked in, but thankfully my boss hopped in instead.
Okay, so that one doesn't sound bad either. Let me just make sure I didn't take any other takes. I think this is also a take.
Ready? Go.
Haha! The old check the sound waves for ready go. That technique still works. Hasn't failed me yet.
Another customer on a later date approached the counter with the most sour demeanor possible. Like he had lemon wedges.
Yeah, I can't use that one because you could hear the puss sound. Oh wait, you're putting Duck in your video? If so, it's pretty dope. I have not considered it yet. I might put him in as an Easter egg because I've always wanted to, but I don't know. I don't know. It's a thought, I suppose. Wait, what's this? Oh, is this a blooper? Yeah, it's a blooper. Let's go ahead and move all the bloopers over some more. Whee! Look how far they're going. Whee! There it goes. Okay, so let us continue. I breathe out a lot when I laugh, and that sometimes accidentally blows pieces of paper across the table. Oh man, that's impressive. Definitely blew the bill off the table a couple times at a restaurant. Just like, I just imagine the bill just flying and hitting the hitting the cashier in the face. He's just not impressed whatsoever. Just like as like the most sour look possible, and then you're just kind of like sitting there awkwardly like a duck head just poking over the corner. Give one of the customers a duck head. Yes, we shall come up with a way to make a duck. To make a duck work. You know, actually, is this stream thing working? Because this is supposed to show the viewer count, but it's stuck on 7. Is there like 9 or 10 viewers on the stream right now? I don't know if I'm gonna keep this thing around if it's not gonna, you know, work the way it's intended to, but we'll just have to wait and see, I suppose.
Another customer on a later date approached the counter with the most sour demeanor possible. Like he had lemon wedges surgically implanted in his cheeks.
6? You see 6? It shows 9 for me. Huh. Maybe it's like a slow to update or... That's so weird. Okay. It shows 10 viewers on my Streamlab OS, 9 viewers on YouTube, and now you say it's 6? I am so confused right now. It's not even funny. But not a duck head drawn in Chritty style. Just a literal, you know, yes, it would just be an actual stock duck head. I couldn't draw a masterpiece like that. What is YouTube? YouTube, please. Function. Oh my gosh.
Another customer on a later date approached the counter with the most sour demeanor possible. Like he had lemon wedges surgically implanted in his cheeks. I knew this was going to be a problem from the moment he walked in, but thankfully my boss stepped in instead. Okay, and we're gonna...
Well, it's not weird that... It's weird that it shows different numbers, but it would be weirder if YouTube actually worked, so... To be fair, what are your expectations, really? This is YouTube we're talking about. Anywho, let's go ahead and listen to the 3 audio tracks and determine the best one.
Another customer on a later date approached the counters with the most sour demeanor possible. Like he had lemon wedges surgically implanted in his cheeks. I knew this was going to be a problem from the moment he walked in, but thankfully my boss stepped in instead. Another customer on a later date approached the counter with...
Is that really a burn? That feels just more like common sense. Like... like, oh yeah, it's just another day of YouTube breaking, you know, big whoop. Like, hashtag demonetized or whatever. Let's move on to the next line, or let's go ahead and replay this here.
Another customer on a later date approached the counter with the most sour demeanor possible. Like he had lemon wedges surgically implanted in his cheeks. I knew this was going to be a problem from the moment he walked in, but thankfully my boss hopped in instead. Another customer on a later date approached the counter with the most sour demeanor possible. Like he had lemon wedges surgically implanted in his cheeks. I knew this was going to be a problem.
So what I'm going to do here is I'm actually going to take the first part of this audio line, and I'm going to splice and dice. Pow pow. Pow pow, wham bam. Thank you, ma'am. Okay, let's go ahead and, I think this should provide us with the results we're looking for, so let's go ahead and give this a listen.
Another customer on a later date approached the counter with the most sour demeanor possible. Like he had lemon wedges surgically implanted in his cheeks. I knew this was going to be a problem from the moment he walked in, but thankfully my boss hopped in instead.
Perfect. Chritty, 7 equals 9 and 9 equals 10. Didn't you go to school? Yes, and 2 plus 2 is equal to fish, and 2 plus 3 is equal to shark. Then what's 3 plus 3? I guess I didn't go to school. At least not a very good one. American schools. Sorry, what? Exactly. Yep. No. Yeah. You can read me like a book, which is what I cannot read because I did not go to school. Which is why I can't read your comment. What'd you say? You have to speak up. You know it's hard for me to read, right? I didn't go to school. You can't add 3 and 4. It's illegal. Because 3 and 4 is 7, and 3 and 4 and 4 is 7, 11, so you get 7, or no, it's 3, 4, and 4 is 11, so you get 7, 11. you should put people from the stream in the new vid. Honestly, yeah, what we did one of the streams is we had a Easter egg style of video where we just put a bunch of Easter eggs in that were in reference to some of the things that happened in the earlier streams. I might find a way to feature some of the some of the viewers of my stream, some of the ones that come here very frequently. I might find a way to feature them somehow. The easiest way you guys can always get featured in my videos. So there's this amazing thing called Twitter. And if you guys want to send me some fan art, maybe one of these guys, but if you guys want to send me some fan art to yours truly, my profile is @ChrittyTalks. Feel free to send me any fan art, and it will get featured at the end of the video. I feature all the fan art for anyone who's ever sent me fan art. I featured in a video one way or another. So, if you guys want to contribute, you put your contributions here, and want to get featured in one way or another, feel free to send me some fan art. You can also send it to my email, chrittytalks@gmail.com. But I mean, sending fan art through email is kind of dated. But, you know, to each their own. Why is 6 afraid of 7? Because 7 ate 9, but why does 7 eat 9? Because you have to eat 3 squared meals a day. Oh, that's too good. Oh, man, that dad joke is awesome. Might get around to draw you tonight, actually? Debbie, that's so nice. Thank you. I always appreciate all the fan art, you guys. So, feel free to send me whatever you'd like. Just, you know, child-friendly and all. Remember our whole PG rule?
Ready? Go.
Let's listen to the next line here.
Another customer on a later date approached the counter with the most sour demeanor possible. Like he had lemon wedges surgically implanted in his cheeks. I knew this was going to be a problem from the moment he walked in, but thankfully my boss stepped in.
Nah, it's still not as good as the other one. I think this is the next line over here, actually.
Ready? In here. Ready? Go. I was sort of...
Okay, yeah. So let's listen to this line. Thanks, I stole it off a Tumblr post on MU Instagram. Why was 6 afraid of 7? Because 7 has a history of cannibalism of other numbers. I'd be scared too. Yeah, no. I'd be pretty scared of 7. It's a very scary number.
I was sort of... sorry. Try that again. Ready? Go.
Are we just going to have a whole conversation about how 7 is a terrifying number? I'm pretty sure there isn't a whole lot of, like, depth there. Unless you, like, wanted to start making some sort of serial killer background of 7 and give him, like, a Dexter-style background or something. Have him become, like, this serial killer. About, like... I mean, Hollywood can make anything work. Now I actually want to see a full production video of that. Why do I want to see that? I have no idea. I just think that'd be hilarious. I always come up with random thoughts that I just be like, I wonder who'd be crazy enough to do that. And then I think, like, you know, if I had the money, if I was a billionaire, I probably would be crazy enough to do that. Have, like, an animated, like, animated rated R, like, horror film about, like, about the number 7. Don't give me money, guys. I'm not gonna make good movies.
I was sorting some packages behind the counter, trying my best not to intrude. He was mentioning a rejection of his live scan for some reason. Go.
Your money is better spent with somebody who is not thinking of spending it on a bad animated movie about a serial killer number 7. So, guys, trust me on this. You're better off not giving in money to me. It's okay. I don't have money anyway, so I can't make that movie. You're all safe from the horrors of the film existing, more so than the film actually being scary. What am I even talking about anymore?
I was sorting some packages behind the counter, trying my best not to intrude. He was mentioning a rejection of his live scan for some reason and requested compensation. Okay, let's try that again. Ready? Go.
Guy's gonna organize the Kickstarter. No, don't you dare. It is not worth it. GoFundMe. Oh man, yes. I'll write the story. No! Don't make this an actual thing. I was kidding. I'm not gonna pull a Tanacon here. I'm not just gonna be like, oh hey, I'm just gonna make something happen. Oh, by the way, this is gonna be an absolute disaster because I actually thought this would work. Who's gonna animate? Obviously, my animation is good enough for movie theaters. I don't know what you guys are talking about. Who else needs to animate? You know the best in the business.
I was sorting some packages behind the counter, trying my best not to intrude. He was mentioning some rejection of his live scan and for some reason and requested compensation. Okay, let's try that again. Ready, go.
Pull a Tanacon is now a phrase. This amuses me. Yeah. I mean, you can't disagree. Jellycake is gonna animate it. He's gonna animate a hour-and-a-half long film about... You guys are absurd. I guess I'm more absurd for the fact that I actually, like, went into that much detail about something so ridiculous. Oh my gosh. Now the number 7 is haunting us. It's right here, guys. Look how terrifying it is. It haunts you in your nightmares. Thanks to yours truly, you'll never see that number quite the same way again. I'll animate it, give me 27 years. That kind of reminds me of, who's the guy who animated Who Framed Roger Rabbit? He made like a really long animated film that took him like years and years to make because it was super detailed. Can't remember. It'll probably come to me. But there's an example of that actually exists that I was trying to reference, but you know, I can't remember it for some reason.
You know, I was sorting some packages behind the counter, trying my best not to intrude. He was mentioning a rejection of his live scan for some reason and requested compensation.
Yeah, it's kind of like a film buff thing to know that. It's like I can't remember. But anywho, maybe I'll think of it later.
And the counter, something has happened. Live scans also. Ready?
Okay, so that's the next line here. So we're gonna go ahead and chop that off and take a listen.
I was sorting some packages behind the counter, trying my best not to intrude. He was mentioning a rejection of his live scan for some reason and requested compensation. I was sorting some packages behind the counter, trying my best not to intrude.
Wait, hang on. Let me listen to the prior line and just get an idea of what this line should sound like.
He had lemon wedges surgically implanted in his cheeks. I knew this was going to be a problem from the moment he walked in, but thankfully my boss hopped in instead. I was sorting some packages behind the counter, trying my best not to intrude. He was mentioning a rejection of his live scan for some reason and requested compensation. I was sorting some packages behind the counter, trying my best not to intrude. He was mentioning some rejection of his live scan and for some reason and requested compensation. You know, I was sorting some packages behind the counter, trying my best not to intrude.
Wait, hang on.
Packages behind the counter, trying my best not to intrude. Trying my best not to intrude. He was mentioning a rejection.
Nah, I like the first one the best. Chop what off? This big, long, massive audio clip. PG, guys. PG stream. We're child friendly here. I mean, look how huge this audio clip is. It's massive. It's a big audio clip. We have to chop it up. That's what we're doing. We're splicing audio. I mean, what have I been doing this whole time? Yeah.
This isn't the first time like this.
And 9 viewers currently watching the stream. Thank you guys again so much for enjoying up to this point. It's great to have you here.
Something is happening.
Yeah, this whole live thing is not working. So I'm actually probably just going to be removing this feature altogether. Let me hide this for now, just so it's not in the way. There we go. Hopefully we'll get a new subscriber joining us today, so we can see all of the new prompt. that I worked so hard to do, we might not even see it this stream. Who knows? We'll be optimistic.
This isn't the first time like this something has happened. Live scans also need fingerprints, so often it'll be rejected and need resubmission if the fingerprints are bad. Of course, I personally know this, but again, I wanted to keep my distance. Until...
Good job, Chritty. Now you've just encouraged 9. Whoa! Oh! Well, we got the subscriber ping, but my computer just imploded there for a second, so I have no idea what just happened. Huh. Did you guys see that? It just like my whole desktop just crashed for a second. Hang on, does the subscriber prompt make that happen? That wouldn't make any sense. No. Huh, weird. Well, that guy who can't sing, thank you for subscribing. Weren't you subscribed before? Yeah, that's weird, huh? I don't know what happened there.
You better draw lemon wedges surgically implanted in the customer's cheeks for this story. Oh, yeah.
Oh boy. Oh boy, more talking. Yay! Okay, so let me just see where I start recording the audio again.
And I render it sure that one unnecessary but pretty funny. Basically a live scan is like necessary but pretty funny.
Okay.
And I need a live scan because stories just happen to revolve around that. You guys know the government isn't the most
Come on past me. You can stop talking now. I believe in you.
It's behind the counter. Try my best not to intrude.
Okay, here it goes.
Ready? Go.
There we go.
This isn't the first time like
a dark and stormy night sets the scene. A park in the middle of the night. A shriek echoes through the silence. The next day, a crowd of people surround a corpse. The number 9! 7 slips into the shadows. The thief and the cobbler! That's it! I knew it! I knew it had something to do with cobbler. I was thinking of an apple cobbler, and that wasn't really right. Also, Fia, you should be a professional scriptwriter. It's beautiful.
Sorting some packages behind the counter, try my best not to intrude. He was mentioning a rejection of his live scan for some reason and requested compensation. Okay, let's try that again. Ready, go. I was sorting some packages behind the counter, trying my best not to intrude. He was mentioning a rejection of his live scan for some reason and requested compensation. Okay, let's move on.
Did I really record that many takes of it? I would, but punctuation, but YouTube has a character limit. Ah, yes, I understand. Yes. Thank you for clarifying that, Fia.
Okay, let's move on to the next line here. Ready, go.
Spoiler alert, 7 is actually the butler. Oh man, now we're getting some really good writing here.
This isn't the first time something like this has happened. Live scans also... My bad. Let's go ahead and try this again. Ready, go.
Guys, we're almost gonna be as good as, what was that movie that released, like, maybe I think it was earlier this year or last year? It was like the Orient Express, I think it was, and it was just like the most generic, murder mystery thriller you could think of. Neuristic, welcome to the stream. Good to have you, buddy. Glad you can make it.
This isn't the first time something like this has happened. Live scans are a form of fingerprints, so often it'll be rejected and need resubmission if the prints are bad. Of course, I personally know this, but again, I wanted to keep my distance until...
Murder on the Orient Express. You guys are on fire today. I don't even have to remember anything anymore. Like, why study for a test? You guys are just my answer book. I don't need like I said, I didn't go to school. I barely read. Like I don't remember this stuff. You guys can be my you guys can think for me. It's okay. That's why I got you here. You got my back.
Okay, let's move on to the next line, or let's try that again. Ready, go. This isn't the first time something like this has happened. Live scans also need fingerprints, so often it'll be rejected and need resubmission if the fingerprints are bad. Of course, I personally know this, but again, I wanted to keep my distance. Until... what I want his voice to be like.
Okay, so I think that's the last take there. So we're just gonna delete that. Pow-pow. And let's go ahead and listen over the clips and make sure which one's the best. I think there's actually... how many clips do I actually have? Hang on. Man, these line clips are so long, I'm starting to lose track. Okay, so let me listen to this real quick.
Live scans also need fingerprints, so often it'll be rejected and need resubmission if the fingerprints are bad. Just behind the counter, try my best not to intrude. He was mentioning a rejection of his...
Wait. How many lines did I re-record? I'm really confused. You should put a wanted poster 7 in the background of the video. I did put a have you seen this TARDIS, so that would be an appropriate reference. I'm actually gonna take a note of that here. So, reference list. Add a number 7 wanted poster to background. Stream 07 23 18. Ba-bam! Wow, would you look at that? Ooh, I keep notes! Oh, baby. Again, I don't have to think. I didn't go to school, but, you know, notes do the thinking for me. Okay, so, let's go ahead and re-listen here. I'm really confused. I think, like, I accidentally re-recorded the wrong lines, and now I'm just, like, all lost. So let me go back a little bit and see where we're at.
Another customer on a later date approached the counter with the most sour demeanor possible. Like he had lemon wedges surgically implanted in his cheeks. I knew this was going to be a problem from the moment he walked in, but thankfully my boss hopped in instead. I was sorting some packages behind the counter, trying my best not to intrude. He was mentioning a rejection of his live scan for some reason and requested compensation. This isn't the first time like this something has happened. Live scans also need fingerprints, so often it'll be rejected and need resubmission if the fingerprints are bad. Of course, I personally know this, but again...
oh boy, my package was delivered! It got here about a day ago. Thanks, Opera. Thanks, Opera. I appreciate that. Oh yeah, that's right, you guys can't see it, but yeah, my thing is prompting me up here somewhere. I don't know why. Anywho's.
And I wanted to keep my distance. Until... I was sorting some packages behind the counter, trying my best not... I was sorting some packages behind the counter, trying my best not to intrude. He was mentioning a rejection of his live scan for some reason and requested compensation.
Nah.
I was sorting some packages behind the counter, trying my best not to intrude. He was mentioning a rejection of his live scan for some reason and requested compensation.
We had to read a Agatha Christie novel in English, and Murder on the Orient Express is by Agatha Christie. Ah, I see, yes. I actually haven't read that book before. I don't know if it's any good or not. I just know that the movie was pretty meh. That's why I remember. Because my friend went to the movie, and I was like, so how was it? Was it interesting? He's like, no, I already knew who the killer was in the first 10 minutes. I'm like, are you serious? He's like, yeah, it was pretty much as generic as you can imagine. I was like, what's the butler? He's like, yeah. I'm like, oh my god, dude. Oh my god. She's like, I already knew the killer in the moment that they showed him on the screen. It's like, yeah, what a thriller.
This isn't the first time something like this has happened. Live scans are a form of fingerprints, so often it'll be rejected and need resubmission if the prints are bad. Compensation. This isn't the first time like this something has happened. Live scan. This isn't the first time something like this has happened.
We're gonna do some splicing and dicing there. I ran I ran as far as my legs could carry. The crisp snow crunched under each footstep. The cool air strung my nose. My lungs dry and aching as I heaved for breath. I had to keep going. It was just minutes prior that I'd witnessed the burial scene. 9 laying on the floor, half devoured. The shocking sight seized my voice. I ran. Would I escape? These are the words of 6. Whoo doggy! It's a pretty good murder scene. Man, this is becoming intense, guys. Like, I was kidding about the whole like 7 being an actual serial killer and developing a backstory thing, but like at this rate, yeah, this is actually gonna become a thing, guys. Somebody build a manuscript with some name actors, and let's get ourselves an animated horror film. The horrors of 7. 7, the number of death. And he's coming for you. In the new animated film. Just get like a really professional announcer. They kind of like a professional horror announcer. That'd be kind of cool. This is actually becoming a lot cooler than I thought it was. You guys are awesome.
This isn't the first time something like this has happened. Live scans also need fingerprints, so often it'll be rejected and need resubmission if the fingerprints are bad. Of course, I personally know this, but again, I wanted to keep my distance. Until...
This, like I said, this is why it's illegal to add 3 and 4. Is this like a Voldemort thing that we have going on here? We do not speak the name. Make it a comic. Put it on webtoons. See if it actually becomes popular enough to actually warrant like it become a featured webtoon. That would be funny, dude. It would be like an ironic. It would be hilarious because it takes itself way too seriously. September 7th. Oh my gosh, guys, too much good writing here. September 7th. It was late. 9 kids dead. Numbers were written on the floor with chalk next to each one. The 3rd had a square drawn on him and a triangle pointing towards the 6th, who had been turned to stone. The 9th had been bitten. It just doesn't add up. It would make a great graphics novel. I actually agree on that. That'd be pretty awesome.
But I'm thinking like,
guys, I gotta focus on my work here. You guys are way too entertaining. Sorry, I gotta go, but have fun with the stream at Chritty Talks. Well, thank you for stopping by, Neuristic. I hope you enjoy the stream. Or I hope you enjoyed the stream. Hope to catch you in the next one.
Like, it was that one with long hair. I like that. Ready? Go.
Yeah, this is me talking as if I'm the customer. So let me see which line I like the best.
Until... It was that one! With the long hair! That little...
Oh yeah, I couldn't think if I actually wanted to add curse words or not here, because I was gonna plan on bleeping them out anyways. So... I don't know which clip I'm gonna go with, because I know I'm gonna add a little bleep sound effect, like a little curse sound effects here, but I can't figure out which one.
It was that one! With the long hair! That little head! Or, should I actually curse and then just edit it out in post? Then you guys would actually hear me curse.
Yeah, I was conflicted because I was planning on actually cursing in the recording and then cutting it out. But use duck noises. Yes! Yes, that's perfect. I'm going to take a note of that. That's awesome. Oh, that's awesome. Okay. When cursing, use duck sound effects. Quack. Ashley, thank you. That is perfect. That little whack head. Whack at my fingerprints. That's perfect. Curse and ice cream flavors. I could also make dolphin noises. That'd be a pretty funny reference. But no, I'm definitely gonna go with the duck noises. That's genius. You guys are genius.
I am one to try and where's the I'm gonna say a random word. just take that from my like let's do like pineapple.
Yeah. I was just gonna use a random word and then just kind of add it in after. I went to bed feeling distraught about what I just seen. It didn't add up. Oh yeah, that's right. I went to bed feeling distraught about what I'd seen. It just didn't add up until I realized 7. Do like that really big, like that trailer sound. Like that really annoying Inception sound effect that has to be like in every single trailer ever. How the numbers were placed in made a 7. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. This is awesome. You guys are awesome.
Pineapple head. Pineapple head pineappled up my prince. just take that from my stream and just directly, like, unedited, just put that in one of my videos. Okay, that's gonna happen, I know it will.
Yeah, I said pineapple, I think, for the curse word. I'm just expecting people to, like, take that from my other stream and to just, like, verbatim, like, stick it in a video. Just like me saying, like, that pineapple head. It's gonna be great. And to the 5 viewers currently watching, thank you guys so much for enjoying the stream up to this point. It's been a lot of fun talking about 7 as a serial killer. This is probably the strangest conversation I've ever had, but you know. Okay.
Okay, so we're just gonna use a random word. We're top of the sandwich. I think I'm hungry. Okay, so let's go ahead and try that again. Ready? Go. It was that one with the long hair. That little sandwich head sandwiched up my prince.
Yeah, that's what I use. I use sandwich. This stream Easter egg. In the background, have a butler stab another customer waiting in line to point at another customer trying to hide their bloody knife. I mean, that might work. I feel like taken out of context, that might be a little weird. Like, it feels a little out of tone, if that makes sense. Use the cowbelly voice to read our comments and just use stock image in Photoshop to create scenes. I went to bed feeling distraught about what I just seen. It didn't add up until I realized 7. How the numbers were placed and made a 7. This stream's Easter egg. In the background, have a butler stab another customer waiting in line and point at another customer trying to hide their bloody knife. Use the cowbelly voice to read all our comments and just stock images in Photoshop to create scenes. That sounds like a pretty good idea.
Okay, let's go ahead and move on to the next line here. Hey Patrick, how the are?
Oh yeah, that's right. I was doing a SpongeBob quote there. But by the time they realized, like, oh my gosh, guys, you're making me like have to read in different voices, and it's very confusing. But by the time I realized it was too late, he was already at my door. 7 said, "Come out to play."
Gee, but that doesn't mean I can.
This is like the most misfitting background music ever for a horror description. Like, you would normally expect those creepypasta videos to have like really terrifying horror music. I want to like get a compilation of these and then just like actually read them in like a horror voice. I think that'd be hilarious.
You know, control what my sister does. But my sister's my sister, you know. It happens. So let's move on. Let's go ahead and re-record that here. Ready? Go. Don't bleep it out, just leave it like that. Oh my god. For that. But no.
Okay. Let's go ahead and check the next line here.
It was that one with the long hair. That little sandwich head sandwiched up my prince.
I love that out of context. It's beautiful out of context. Wait, what do you think the cowboy voice is, Chritty? Cowbelly? Isn't it like cowboy? No. Is it not? With a sinister laugh, he breaks down the door and chuckles maniacally, saying, "Come and play with me." Ooh, scary. You guys are making a good horror film. It's not even Halloween yet. You guys are actually making this a thing, and I'm actually surprised.
Oh, what's It was that one with the long hair! That little... It was that one with the long hair! That little sandwich head sandwiched up my prints! Print!
Oh yeah, I have to delete that part. Let me see if I can get the end part on this one.
It's up my print!
Let me see how that sounds.
Sandwich head sandwiched up my prints!
That doesn't sound good though. Nah, I don't like that take. Wonder if there's any other take further back here. Is this all mumble jumble? Yeah, it is. Okay, delete all that. I think I'm gonna redo that one as well, so I'm gonna put a little violet on there. Hey, ma'am. Just look up Cowbelly after the stream. Can do, Fia. That is duly noted for next stream. Oh boy.
Sandwiched up my prints! Oh, what's that one,
Okay, so let me see.
Ready, go.
There it is. Let's take a listen.
I stand up immediately, stare him deadpan in the eyes, and laid all the cards out for him. You wanna know how well I explained everything? I convinced him to buy more. Alright, so...
Yeah, I did a pretty good job dealing with that customer. MX and LX, welcome back to the stream. Good to have you. Yeah, a lot has transpired. So there was a joke running around that, because we were saying the whole 6's afraid of 7's because 7, 8, 9, we were making a joke about how if we were going to keep a conversation going about that the whole stream, then we actually needed to make a legitimate backstory for this character. And now everyone's making like actual backstory for the 7, 8, 9 thing, and we're trying to make it like a horror film, and it's hilarious. I lunged back, trying to get up and run, but 7 had other plans. He grabbed me and threw me across the room. All while singing, ring around the rosy, pockets full of posies. Oh man. Oh man. Oh man, such a good horror film. Oh man. This is the best and probably the only version of this. I know it is about the Black Plague.
Alright, so bear with me just a moment here, guys.
It's so depressing that's about the Black Plague. I didn't know that when I was singing as a kid. You know, I could have used some forewarning knowing that it was about a plague and children were dying. That would have been a nice detail. Again, PG though, definitely not something that I will indulge in. I'm still talking. Oh my goodness. There it is. Oh boy, that took long enough. Bam bam. Okay, let's listen real quick here.
Deadpan in the eyes.
Oh, I skipped ahead a little bit. Woo! There he is. I was the kid that would go around and tell everyone that. Oh man, that's so awful. Do you know how the other kids would have felt about that? Just be like, oh, by the way, you're singing about other kids dying. And then just watching their facial expressions turn from like a joyful smile, just absolute horror. Like, that's so messed up. Why would you do that to a kid? Just like out of the blue be like, by the way, you're singing about dead kids. I don't know, I was like 6. I feel bad for the other kids that had to hear that. Oh man.
Stare him deadpan. re-record that line here. Ready, go. More. I stand up immediately, stare him deadpan in the eyes, and laid all the cards out for him. You wanna know how well I explained everything? I convinced him to buy more.
That's not a bad recording, but it's not great. As I lay on the ground in pain, Seven says to me, "Do you know what they call me, Seven? That's how many minutes most of my victims live before I kill them." All the people that coming into this stream are probably going to be so confused, just completely out of context. They're going to be like, what the heck is this guy talking about? Oh man, that's going to be 9 viewers currently watching the stream. Good to have you guys here. Welcome, welcome. And again, I will explain this again because this is going to be very confusing for a lot of people that just came in the stream. So earlier in the stream, the people that were here during the beginning, we had a joke running around where, because we were talking about that, where we were kidding about that one joke, why 6 is Friday 7 because 7, 8, 9. We were making a joke about how if that was gonna be something that we talked about the whole stream, we actually needed a backstory for it, and so now everyone in the stream is developing like an actual legitimate story, like a horror film about Seven murdering his victims, and it's perfect. I can't ask for much more. Oh man, it's too funny. Alright guys, well again, thank you all so much for enjoying the stream up to this point. It's great having you all here. And let's go ahead and continue on with the audio editing.
I do talk a lot, but you know, I'm gonna get ready, go.
Okay, that's another take there.
That's right. The customer that...
Oh, I didn't record any more than that? Well, let me listen to the first part of this, because I think that there's actually some parts in this I don't like.
Stand up immediately, stare him deadpan in the eyes, and...
I think I actually like the first part of this better.
I stand up immediately, stare him deadpan in the eyes...
Whoa. Plus, 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 plus. Pow, pow, pow. Let's try that again.
And laid all the cards out for him. You wanna know how well I explained everything? I convinced him to buy more.
Prison starts in a few days. I mean, cough school. No, more like, I mean, cough prison. Yeah, school's pretty, yeah, it's pretty not fun. I wish you luck in your suffering. Don't worry, I've been there, done that. Still going there, doing that, I guess. I'm gonna be starting in August, so my suffering will continue very soon, very soon. More like a college suffering than a high school suffering, but still.
I stand up immediately, stare him deadpan in the eyes, and laid all the cards out for him. You wanna know how well I explained everything? I convinced him to buy more. That's right, the customer that came in here, cussing out my name and disrespecting me Sorry.
Yeah, that wasn't a good take at all. I think this is where I start in the last one. Let's just listen to this take.
That's right, the customer that came in here, cussing out my name and disrespected me for how bad he thought I did, walked out satisfied with more stuff.
I think this actually, I don't even think another take would be necessary. Let me listen to this one real quick. I tried getting up to run, but Seven quickly squatted and twisted my ankle, saying, "No, no, no, you can't leave me yet. You still haven't seen the final act, and trust me, it's a killer." Oh god, that's so cheesy. Oh, that's perfect. Thank you so much, Jellycake. You are making my day. Oh boy. Alright, let's listen to all this real quick here and make sure everything flows correctly.
I stand up immediately, stare him deadpan in the eyes, and laid all the cards out for him. You want to know how well I explained everything? I convinced him to buy more. That's right, the customer that came in here cussing out my name and disrespecting me for how bad he thought I did walked out satisfied with more stuff.
Yeah, that's just an awesome take. I don't think this one's even going to compare. I'm still going to listen. So one today, YouTube messaged me saying, hey, congrats on 100 subs, and my age group is 18 to 24-year-old. Oh, well, congratulations on getting a congratulations. I congratulate you from an 18 to 24-year-old demographic. So congratulations. By the way, I'm 18 to 24 years old.
That's right. The customer that came in here, cussing out my name and disrespecting me for how bad he thought I did, walked out satisfied with more stuff.
Ooh, it's actually a pretty good take. That's better than I expected. Hang on, I want to listen to these back and forth.
That's right. The customer that came in here, cussing out my name and disrespecting me for how bad he thought I did, walked out satisfied with more stuff. Okay, let's try that again. Ready, go. That's right. The customer that came in here, cussing out my name and disrespecting me for how bad he thought I did, walked out satisfied with more stuff.
More stuff.
Stuff. With more stuff. Stuff. Satisfied with more stuff. With more stuff.
It's really not that big of a difference. I don't need to splice it. I think that the starting part of this is weaker, though.
Let's try that again. Ready, go. That's right.
Yeah, it's definitely a lot weaker than the other one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to chop off the starting point of this one. The that's right, and then I'm just going to keep the rest intact.
More. That's right. The customer that came in here, cussing out my name and disrespecting me for how bad he thought I did, walked out satisfied with more stuff.
Yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. I'm only 10. Is it weird? No offense to you. No, absolutely. It's no offense whatsoever. I'm glad that you're here to enjoy my content. Wait, how are you going to middle school if you're only 10? Isn't middle school start when you're like 12? Did you skip grades or something? Hey, got to go. Might be back soon. I don't know. Well, hopefully you come back, Fia, and we'll be looking forward to that. Alrighty. Whew. Alright, so I think we're hitting about the hour mark. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be taking a short break here. And I will be seeing you guys in just a moment. Bear with me. Alrighty, and I'm back. Sorry to keep you guys waiting. Also, Jellycake, make sure to keep your story just a touch more PG. Anywho, so let's go ahead and swap back over the desktop here. Now, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be wrapping up the rest of this scene. So this is like story number 2. Once we finish this up, then we're going to be drawing requests. So that should be a little bit fun. So why don't we go ahead and wrap the rest of this up here and move on from there. Thank you guys again so much for enjoying the stream. It's a pleasure to have you here. Okay.
Walked out satisfied with more stuff. Okay, let's move on to the next line here. Ready, go. And that is
that! Man, what was that? That was horrifying. I was 5 in the first grade. My first grade teacher told me to go back to kindergarten. But why? That is so weird. Huh.
Whoa, what was that? That was definitely not a pleasant tone. Let's try that again. Ready, go. And that is how a certified packing and shipping expert takes care of things. Oh my gosh. Okay. If Chritty releases merch, he will somehow convince all of us to buy all. Not that good of a system. Much credit here. That was a hat in time, I believe. But and that's not very productive, unfortunately. Kai, your contact is. He talks. Store, but hi. Hey, Neuristic, welcome to the stream. But, you know, we're still getting it done.
Oh my goodness. Past me, why must you talk so much? Current me doesn't really mind, but past me is... Ugh. I talk too much when I have to listen to myself.
Ready, go.
Okay.
With more stuff. Or let's re-record the last line here. Ready, go.
Because only 7-year-olds were allowed in first grade, but I proved her wrong. I was really smart. Oh, congratulations. You have a long, successful life ahead of you, my friend.
And that is how a certified packing and shipping expert takes care of things. Okay, let's try that one more time here. Ready, go.
Cut that line out here.
And that is how a certified packing and shipping expert takes care of things.
That's another take.
Question, but you know, I make sure to purpose. Let's move on to the next line here. Oh wait, I haven't been moving it down for you guys.
Okay, so I think I move on to the next line here, but let me just listen to these takes real quick and see how they sound.
And that is how a certified packing and shipping expert takes care of things. And that is how a certified packing and shipping expert takes care of things. And that is how a certified packing and shipping expert takes care of things.
I think that I don't like the little slap there. I think I would actually rather add a slap sound effect, so I'm not going to include the slap.
Stuff. And that is how a certified packing and shipping expert takes care of things.
Perfect. Now, there's one more section on this that we just need to do splice, and then we'll be all good.
Let's move on to the next line here. Get an Elgato. You have no idea what... Yeah, no, I wasn't at Kaicho. An Elgato, you know. On stream my games at work. Next line here. Ready, go.
Okay. So we gotta trim that off here.
Of course, it's not always that easy to figure out some customers. From time to time, you just have to question things.
There's another take there.
Okay, let's move on to the next line here. Ready, go. Of course, it's not always that easy to figure out some customers. From time to time, you just have to question things.
Okay, that's another take.
Okay, let's move on to the next line, or let's try that again. Ready, go.
Yeah, I believe this is the last line before it moves on to the third story, so...
Of course, it's not always that easy to figure out some customers. From time to time, you just have to question things.
Did you go to VidCon? I did. However, I didn't get in touch with a lot of the animators until the last day. So it didn't seem like I was there very much. I'm not like in any vlogs or anything like that. So that's probably why. But yes, I definitely was there.
Okay, let's try that one more time. Ready, go. Of course, it's not always that easy to figure out some customers. From time to time, you just have to question things.
Ooh, that's a pretty good take. I might like that.
Okay. Move on to the next line here. Ready? We're going to move on to story 3, actually. Okay.
Yeah, so that's the end of that. So let me go ahead and listen back to all these takes here. And then we will go from there. And I think that will be the end of the audio editing for today. And we can move on to some other fun stuff. In kindergarten, I always slept in class, but when I was smarter than anyone in the class, I was going to the treasure box every other week. It's impressive, my dude. That means you're going to have an easy time in middle school, dude. Keep it up. Do well. Get good grades. You only experience middle school and high school once in a lifetime, bud. You might not appreciate it very much right now, but trust me, it's something that, even if you tend to not appreciate in your adulthood, you'll still look back on it fondly. And you might as well take advantage of everything that you have right now. Because if I had the time that you had right now, oh boy, I'd probably be releasing a video every week. But Adulthood hits like a freight train. You don't realize you run out of time until it's gone. So, keep being good, kid.
Of course, it's not always that easy to figure out some customers. From time to time, you just have to question things.
Chritty, why'd you stop reading 7? No particular reason. I felt like some of the sections were a little bit too not PG, so I kind of didn't know whether I should read them or not. That's all.
Of course, it's not always that easy to figure out some customers. From time to time, you just have to question things. Of course, it's not always that easy to figure out some customers. From time to time, you just have to question things. Of course, it's not always that easy to figure out some customers. From time to time, you just have to question things.
Yeah, I like that end part a lot, but let me see if there's a better starting point for any of these recordings.
Of course, it's not always that easy to figure...
No.
Of course, it's not always that easy to figure out some customers. From time to time, you just have to question things. Of course, it's not always that easy to figure out some customers. From time to time, you just...
So from time to time, you just have to question things. I think this is going to sound good.
Always that easy to figure out some customers. From time to time, you just have to question things.
Did you take a screenshot of when you hit 666? I did not. No. No screenshot of that, unfortunately. I have taken a screenshot of a lot of other milestones, but not that one. But Chritty, what if you get left back? But I has been reading it. Christopher Columbus! Hey, did you ever use Sony Vegas? I sure did. In fact, my old Gary's Mod films, which I'm not going to show you off the films right now, but I will just prove that I use Sony Vegas, because in my videos... Here's all of my .veg files. So these are all .vegas files that I use for all of my old videos that I made back in 2011, I believe? Let's check. Yep, November 17th, 2011 was the date of this file here. I kind of gave up on Sony Vegas a while back, though, just because I think that Premiere is just an overall better program, but, you know. Hey, sorry I'm late, I was binge watching anime. Hey, Steve, welcome back. Good to have the Supreme Steve back on the crew. Should I have gotten a screenshot at 777? I mean, that would have been a pretty good screenshot. 7 is coming for you. He's coming for you all. Oh man, quite the horror film we've got going on here. Alright guys, well I think this is a perfect time to take a listen to our progress so far. And then let's go ahead and move on to drawing some requests. So let's take a listen and see how our progress has come along.
Another customer on a later date approached the counter with the most sour demeanor possible. Like he had lemon wedges surgically implanted in his cheeks. I knew this was going to be a problem from the moment he walked in, but thankfully my boss hopped in instead. I was sorting some packages behind the counter, trying my best not to intrude. He was mentioning a rejection of his live scan for some reason and requested compensation. This isn't the first time something like this has happened. Live scans also need fingerprints, so often it'll be rejected and need resubmission if the fingerprints are bad. Of course, I personally know this, but again, I wanted to keep my distance. Until... It was that one with the long hair! That little sandwich head sandwiched up my pants!
Oh, yeah, before you guys are very, very concerned about the way I'm using sandwich in that sentence. I was planning on adding curse words, but I was recording it live, and I was planning on bleeping them out later, but I forgot I was recording the audio live, so I couldn't curse on stream. So instead of cursing, I just put the word sandwich. So in case you guys I'm gonna explain this again, but basically, we were in the beginning of the stream. We had a running joke where the joke of why 6 afraid of 7 because 7, 8, 9. I was explaining how if we were gonna have that joke throughout the stream, then we needed to come up with a backstory for the reason why 7, 8, 9, and it was kind of a joke, but that's why that's why 7 is kind of a running theme, is because we were joking about it being like a legitimate horror film, and like actually writing a script for like the whole 7, 8, 9 joke, and then it turned into like this really intense thriller, and it was actually kind of funny. Yeah, that's to give you guys a little bit of context, I suppose.
I stand up immediately, stare him deadpan in the eyes, and laid all the cards out for him. You wanna know how well I explained everything? I convinced him to buy more. That's right. Of course it's not always that...
Whoa. Did I delete the wrong one? Oh boy, I did, didn't I? Hang on.
Here, cussing out my name and disrespecting me for how bad he thought I did, walked out satisfied with more stuff. And that is how a certified packing and shipping expert takes care of things.
Okie dokie. What are these guys here for? There's probably like other bloopers. Oh no, those are the other files that we need. Herdy-der. Okay, so let's go ahead.
Of course it's not always that easy to figure out some customers. From time to time, you just have to question things.
Okay, so we are all done with the second story of the Up Store video. So why don't we go ahead and hop on over to the tablet here, and we can draw some requests. Alright. Bear with me just a moment, guys, while I'm switching over screens. Chritty, if anime was real, which one would you like to be in, and what, and you two guys... What, ever worked on a project and accidentally lose it due to some error? Oh man, more than you can imagine. I almost lost once, my last video, my last full-length video, which was, trying to remember, like, the one where I'm being a weird, awkward geek, I almost lost that entire video due to a Premiere error, and that was about 2.5 months of work. So, that scared the bejeebus out of me, but luckily I had a backup somewhere, so... I lost about 6 hours of work, but I didn't lose the whole thing. And that was a godsend, I'll tell you. But yes, I have dealt with that before, so. Draw 7. I mean, it wouldn't be very detailed. Draw my character. Oh my gosh, guys, all this free publicity. Draw Bob Ross painting you, drawing your character, yelling into a mic. Okay, wait. Okay, I think I have an idea for that. Man, Ashley's on fire with the ideas today. Okay, so let me go ahead and crack open from Clip Studio Paint here. And, oh, my bad. I can't run the stream without the program. Uno momentos dos. There we go. Alright, so sorry about that, guys. Anywho, so let's go ahead and crack open the little sketch pad that we have here. So it is not my doodle board, it's right over here. Sketches large? I actually think I want to make like a sketches where it's like a regular size, but we're just going to do sketches large for now. And we're going to draw some requests. So we're going to take some notes here. So the first request is going to obviously be... it's going to be... Well, we're going to change that to black, and we're going to change the other color to red. So we can do our sketch page. Obviously the first one here is going to be Bob Ross drawing me. And I know exactly how I'm going to do that. It's going to be hilarious. So, let's go ahead and take some requests here. And we can do some drawings. Why is there no music? Oh, flippin' frack. Oh my goodness. You know, I hate when you have like that little mute button on your headset and you accidentally click it and don't even realize. Sorry about that, guys. Completely killed the music there for a second. So if you guys don't have any further requests at this point, then we can go ahead, draw 7. Well, I mean, I guess I could, but I mean, the joke kind of... I mean, that's kind of part of the joke, is that it's just like, there's not really a whole lot there, it's just a number 7, so I don't really know what I'd draw specifically. Remember Deadpool, Bob Ross? Oh, yes I do. That's great. Deadpool, Bob Ross was hilarious. Probably not the most age appropriate, but man, that movie was hilarious, man. I loved it. Such a fun movie. Alright, so I guess this is what we're working with so far here. So why don't we go ahead and do the Bob Ross thing first. Now, this is my idea behind it. So what we're going to do is we're going to look up a PNG of Bob Ross. So, Bob Ross PNG, right? Okay, so let's go ahead and find a Bob Ross PNG of him on his... Yes, perfect. Okay. Aha! Yes! Perfect. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and copy that picture there. And we are going to paste it in here. Beautiful. Okay. So this whole section here, we're going to select that with the magic tool. I think that it might be right here. No, right here? No. Where's the magic selector tool? Oh, there it is. Okay. We're going to select the black part, and we're going to just... Bye-bye. Now, this whole section here, we're going to have, like... a picture of me yelling. It's going to just be like a stock image Bob Ross right here. It's beautiful. Oh, man. It's precious. Draw a movie trailer poster for the number 7 horror film. Okay, I'll have to do that. So I'll keep that in mind. 7 horror film poster. That might take a little while though, so let's see what we can do. So we're just gonna keep that in mind. Again, to those of you who weren't here at the beginning of the stream, that's a reference to the start of the stream. So. Can you draw Asta and Yuno? Asta and Yuno. Hang on, just to make sure this is PG, I'm gonna search this on the other screen so you guys aren't gonna see this. But I am gonna check this. Asta and Yuno. I think I probably know what this is. Oh, Black Clover. Gotcha. I mean, I could try. I've never really attempted anime before. I'm pretty sure that it would not turn out great, honestly. I'm not the best artist, guys, but, you know, I'll keep that in mind. It's probably going to be more funny than anything, just like how bad it turns out. Okay, we'll keep that in mind and see if we can get there. Can you draw my profile pic? MX and IX animation, you say? Well, why don't I go ahead and check that out? That's a cute profile pic. Yeah, I could draw that in my style. Sure. Probably wouldn't take me very long at all. Okay, so let's go ahead and do the Bob Ross thing first, because I find that hilarious. So this is going to be the generic Bob Ross looking fella. And we are going to draw... Good to remember that this area specifically is about what I have to work with. So, should it be like me angry at a microphone? Like this? And then here is just like a generic looking microphone. I guess something like that might work. Draw Snoop Dogg! Yeah, should be angry. Sorry for misspell there. Should be our angry. Should burr angry. Burr angry. I guess that could work. Oof. Awesome. Okay, so let's go ahead and draw this out with a little bit more detail, shall we? Like that. Just like, work, you stupid thing! Like, I feel like this angle is wrong here, so let me try that again. BRA Battle Ready Anger. Yes, indeed. Quite. And to the 8 viewers currently watching, thank you once again for enjoying the stream up to this point. Good to have you all here. How do I make this work? Oh yeah, that's angry looking. And then I also need another layer for the microphone here. That might work. Okay, let me go ahead and draw in a little detail here. Now, mind you, these are kind of just like rough little sketches. I'm not putting a whole lot of my passion and soul into these, as it might seem. It's Wednesday, my dudes. LOL Vine. Oh yeah, that guy. I saw him at VidCon during the pre-reg on day 0, and I was sincerely confused and I had no idea what was going on, and then I remembered that Vine, and I was like, oh my god, is it really that guy? And then I was like, oh my gosh, it is that guy, and I was freaking out internally, but I didn't actually confront him. It's Wednesday, my dudes. What a freaking crazy video. And then I gotta erase part of this arm so it doesn't... Yes! Oh yeah, that's an angry looking me. Look how angry I am. That's how I normally record my audio. Undo is your best friend when it comes to digital art. Oh yes, amen to that. I have to wait for 4 days to draw on my tablet? What? Why do you have to wait so long? Did you ever get ideas and inspiration from other YouTubers like Swoozy from your channel? Oh, absolutely. Let me think of a couple of inspirations that are major to me. I think right now my biggest inspiration is Rebecca Parham, but starting out my biggest inspiration was, well, obviously The Odd Ones Out and Jaden Animation, but that's not very original now, is it? Now, that's where I started, but I found inspiration from a lot of other other anime storytime communities, just because my standard of quality has kind of gone up over the years. Over the year, I suppose, since I've really started the channel, and my average quality of video that I usually watch is higher for that kind of subgenre, and I think I'm a little more picky now, just because, you know, the tropes of the genre are very much there. But I'm hoping that I can extend my style a little bit past that, and kind of capture something that's a little bit, you know, a little more creative. But you never know. Chritty, it'd be an honor to create a 3D intro for you if you'd like. 3D, you say? Oh, fascinating. Well, you are free to do as you please. And I respect and admire anything that my fans do for me. So we need an extra layer here as well. So let's go ahead and color our little bad boy in here. Because that is one angry looking Chritty. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that's angry. Look at him go. Look at that angry face. Ah. And we need to... Maybe I should talk like Bob Ross while I'm doing this. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to create a very beautiful scene here today. We're just gonna let the brush stroke make it feel natural. You'll see that with a little bit of hard work that we can make something truly beautiful out of this piece. It only takes a little bit of dedication and a little bit of hard work, but I know that you guys can do it. There isn't a feeling much better than just slowly brushing away and watching your picture come to life. Because I left the driver disk in my grandma's computer. Ah, have you checked the website? You know, there might be a website. How should I send it to you? You're free to email it to me, chrittytalks@gmail.com. That is my business inquiry email. So if you have anything to send to me, I am more than honored to take it at that place there. Actually, it should be a darker color. There we go. And then we're just gonna put like a generic color in the background. Doesn't really matter. Let's do like a slightly yellowish color. Oh, it's beautiful. I love it. Oh, that's great. Oh, masterpiece. Only the finest from Bob Ross. Oh. I can't make that my profile picture. Oh, man. That's too funny. Oh, man. Okay. We're gonna definitely save that one. And, so that's Bob Ross there. Let's go ahead and move on to the next request here, which I believe was a 7 movie poster. How much time do we have left? So we are on 20 minutes remaining. Okay, so we still got some time. I checked the website, it was lame, didn't work. I mean, sometimes that happens, you know. Well, anywho, so let's go ahead and save that. We're going to create a new layer here. Let's do an easy one. I'm going to do the profile picture for MX and LX. Very easy one here. let's see here. So like so. Maybe something simple like that would work. This is kind of fun. I like kind of drawing things and... Oh, uh-oh. Hang on one sec, guys. Didn't realize the battery was low. Gonna go ahead and plug this bad boy in before it decides to not be alive. Bear with me a moment. Alrighty, ladies and gents, I return. Now, let me just go ahead and get the tablet all plugged in. Oh, it died. Hang on one sec here. I checked the website. Oh, yeah. How do you prevent yourself from getting burnt out? Draw Donald Trump's toupee is what he says. Oh, there we go. Well, how do I prevent myself from getting burnt out? Well, honestly, it's just a balance. It's what you're capable of doing while also not stressing yourself out. Because I find what causes burnout for me personally is when even though when I feel really motivated to work, I stop myself from working too much because what my old work style used to be is I would work about 11 hours on a project, right? I would just absolutely go livid and just make a bunch of stuff happen. Oop, there it goes. Just make a bunch of stuff happen, right? The problem is when you work too often and too frequently, then you get burnout. Like if you try to when you try to stuff a whole bunch of work into a single time frame, then you're gonna get so burnt out on the rest of the project you're not even gonna try. And I find this a big problem for myself. Rather than just slowly pacing myself out and keeping that motivation going, I found myself just burning out like immediately. And the problem with that is that again, like once you work for so many hours at a time, then you just refuse to work anymore because you're just so fed up with working, because you just rushed out a whole bunch of work at one time and you don't want to work anymore. So you just like take periods of time, like breaks for a while that just don't feel, you just take a bunch of breaks, and at that point you just stop being motivated to work. And yeah, honestly, my biggest recommendation, pace yourself out. If you feel motivated to work on something, make sure that you do so in a concise and efficient manner. Don't bust your butt working a whole bunch of days, or a whole bunch of hours in a single day and not do anything else. Plan out your schedule and do a certain amount of work every day. Like, it doesn't matter if you do like an hour of work a day or like 2 minutes of work. Like, as long as you're getting something done consistently, then it'll stop feeling like you force yourself to be motivated to work and feel more like something that you schedule for yourself and you set time aside for, and something that you eventually just start to feel accommodated into your schedule. So it's a work ethic. Like anything else, a passion also has hard work. So you have to you also have to fit that accordingly into your schedule. So take that into consideration. Anywho, now that we got a base down, let's go ahead and draw it. That is not coming out quite the way I expected it to. Draw a circle! Circle draw, please. Please, please draw a circle. I beg of you. I beg of you! Draw, please. I can do this. I believe in myself. I believe in myself. Believe in the me that believes in me. Or don't. It's okay. The struggle is real. Ah, I think it's good enough. Okay, I will keep it. Yeah, it's good enough. Okay. Oh, man. Can't wait to see. This is superb info. Thank you. Of course, Christopher. Thank you for asking these kind of questions. It's good to be asking these kinds of questions and becoming informed. Learning from other people is the best thing you can do. I don't know if I'm doing this justice, but I am trying. I'm doing my gosh darn diddly darnest to do this with justice, but I don't think I'm making you proud here. Am I doing it? Look, Mom, I'm doing it. Look, Ma, I'm doing it. I'm making you proud. I hope. Ever saw that video of the teacher drawing a perfect circle on the chalkboard in front of the class? No, that sounds awesome. Awesome. Draw Domix. Oh, that might be interesting. Looks better than the original. It's subjective, I suppose. Okay. The narcissistic side of me would say, well, of course it's better. Who do you think you're talking to? Obviously the best artist you've ever seen. Someone who's so good that, you know, nobody knows about him. see, I need to erase parts of this. I'm probably taking way too much time on this, honestly. I feel like this is something that somebody could do in like 3 minutes, and I've taken like 6. Yeah, I don't know how good this is actually going to be, but, you know, it's worth... Whoa, okay, no. It's worth a shot, I suppose. Kind of something fun. Interesting. A little bit different than the norm, I suppose. Now, the reason I'm deleting the vectors on the edge here is so I can actually erase parts of it. I'll erase those in a moment. I have no idea if I'm doing this right. Help me! How do you brainstorm for ideas / stories in a video? Honestly, I just imagine things that I would find funny and I would want other people to see. Like, when I think of an idea, right, I think of something that would be, like, I would want to see somebody else make, or I want to see something that I think is really funny. So, for example, like, when I'm making a scene in a video, and I imagine my character doing something ridiculous or stupid or hilarious, or something that I find hilarious, then I want to make a video about that. I'm like, oh man, that sounds like a lot of fun, you know? That's why I want to make a video about, like, a lot of ridiculous things, like Minecraft in 2018, or like something with stop motion, or like, I made a couple crazy ideas, but they tend to be a little bit too ambitious. So usually they don't go anywhere past pre-production, but, you know, when I think of video concepts, I think of, okay, how is this going to be something I can realistically make, and how can I make this funny? Like, how can I make people laugh? That's my first goal. And my second goal is, how can I do this in a way that's realistic? Because there's plenty of ideas I've had in the past, but it's a matter of which ideas I actually think can come to fruition. Oops. Turns out I was drawing on the wrong layer. Whoopsie doodles. So yeah, the short answer to it is just do something that you would find fun, right? If you think that other people would enjoy it, or you think you could have fun making it, or you think that other people can have fun watching it, then go for it. Be creative. Be yourself. I gotta admit, this is a little bit refreshing. I kind of like doing something outside the norm, you know? Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and color in the rest. So you kind of use a lighter shade of brown. So why don't we try that? I think that's going to be pretty close. A little less saturated. That's more like it. You use kind of like a golden hue on the hair, like that. And you use black on his hair. why it does that. Interesting. And then kind of like a slightly off-color orange on that part. There we go. It's Mondays, my dudes. What do you think about Flip-A-Clap? Never heard it. Can you email this to me? I will email that to you, my friend. Quickity quack quack, mother quackers. Captain Autist, welcome to the stream. Good to have you, buddy. Welcome, welcome. Have you ever heard of Ryan Lego? He makes funny vids. Nope. Not one of the YouTubers I'm very familiar with. I'll say that much. Let's see here. And some black there, and some red there. There you are, my friend. Moxo Fox and Iron Fox. Ba-bwam! That only took me about 15 minutes. I'm Sub Bud. Oh man, that's pretty cool. Hey! Thank you for subscribing. Good to have you. Do I have an Instagram? I do not. Alright, and last but not least, I'm going to need just to add a white background. There it is. Not very detailed, but... oh yeah, that's right. Got to add a little black part over here. There we go. Cool, cool. Alrighty guys, so we have completed my famous Bob Ross fan art, which I seriously want to make that my profile picture. Oh man, that's just awesome. But that's my that is my Bob Ross painting, and that is the MX and IX profile picture. So that is just enough time for us to wrap up for today's stream. Let me go ahead and switch screens here, and then we can go ahead and wrap up the rest. So once again, because I'm a dum-dum, I forgot the featured animator of the day for this stream, so I will be making that up in spades next stream. However, if you guys would like to check up on my latest status updates, you can always feel free to follow me on Twitter. That's at Chritty Talks. This is where you'll find most of my most recent status updates and any notifications regarding my live streams and any other miscellaneous information. So if you guys want to, feel free to reach out to me, or if you guys feel free to send me any kind of fan art which you want included at the end of my video, then go ahead and shoot me a message on Twitter, or you can @ me at Chritty Talks in your next tweet. And guys, I hope you've enjoyed the stream for today. looks like we ran into no technical problems whatsoever, which I'm super excited for, because, remind you, I did switch over to a new streaming platform, so that might be why. Oh, heyo! Wrapping up, I just got here. That's okay too, Noah. It was good that you were able to make it during the wrap-up for today, and hopefully you'll be able to make it for tomorrow's stream. I follow you and I texted you. Okay, Steve, well, thank you all so much for enjoying the stream today, and I look forward to seeing you guys on the next one. Take care and stay safe.